Right. Good evening, guys. Welcome. It is our first Legacy United 2017 team call. I am the founder of Legacy United, Val Bazo. For those of you who don't know me, if this is your first call, welcome. We are so excited. Our calls are always on Monday nights at 9 Eastern Time, 8 Central, but we moved it to Tuesday for tonight, just a one-time deal. Kids were back to school today. All the holiday jam was happening up until last night, so this worked much better. So I am just going to go ahead and dive in, and I want you guys to know up front that this is going to be, I want it to be more of like an interactive type call tonight with the 12-week year. We're going to be goal planning, vision setting, and I'm going to teach you guys how to use this book. It's something that I don't know if we've ever really done on a big team call before. I do these types of like book training type deals in my training groups, like my side training groups. But I'm excited to go ahead and bring this to you tonight because this book has already changed my life. I read it probably about 5 months ago, and I've been implementing it since then, so I'm really excited to start it today, this 2017. But before we dive into the meat of the call, know that you guys can use the chat. You can unmute yourself if you have a question, but just make sure that you are here, you're ready, you're excited, have a piece of paper and a pen ready to go, because this is something that I really want you to take in and soak in, okay? So just a few announcements that I want to start out with. We're going to just talk about the All Access Beachbody On Demand membership challenge pack. You guys, if you are not talking about this with your customers, with your potential customers, your past challengers, you're shooting yourself in the foot. Okay, this is something that everyone should be capitalizing on, going back, doing your follow-ups, talking to people about this amazing deal where you're getting all access to every program ever made from Beachbody and everything that will be released in 2017. It's all access to everyone. This is really, for me, this is like the connection of all the dots of Team Beachbody, because something that I've always said is, this is a lifestyle, this is our job, this is what we talk about, we don't quit, but we do these programs that are 21 days, that are 30 days, that are 60, 90 days, then what? Our customers, they have to either do the program over again or buy a new program. This is something that utilizes it all. They don't have to stop. They just roll right into the next program, and this is the fun part of our job, because now they have everything at their fingertips, right? This is for you to talk about and to promote, and the best part is you get to help them with the results even more, and the only thing that you really have to do is talk about the emphasis of how important Shakeology is for them. Okay, that's the importance. Talk about Energize that you use and the Performance line and the other products that you use within your challenge group. But the only extra that is required is their Shakeology each month to stay active in your challenge group, okay? So remember that. And customer service, this is where, it's fresh start, clean slate. Guys, customer service is the only way to build a business. A+ customer service, giving your challengers everything and beyond. Treat others how you want to be treated, right? Go above and beyond for them. Remember, you're getting 3 Success Club points for this challenge pack all the way through February 28th. That is huge. Okay, there is absolutely no reason whatsoever why every single one of you would not hit Success Club, like at all. It's 2 people that you're going to help, and if you're here for the right reasons as a coach, then there is no reason why you would not be helping at least 2 people a month, okay? So remember that. There will be no extra charges throughout the month, or throughout at the end of any month, because it's all one-time deal payment, and then they're getting 10% off of any extra programs that they're buying because they have the club membership. So remember to really just promote that. If you have any questions, of course you can post in the team page, ask questions, look in the FAQs, everything is there, okay? So this is just, it's huge, it's huge. So I hope that you're definitely using it. And then along with the Health Bet Challenge, everyone has to have their Shakeology and be enrolled into the Challenge Tracker app by January 9th in order to participate in the Health Bet Challenge. Okay, so remember that. And I will be posting an image in the team page after our call with the dates and like the how many times they have to post their Shakeology and a selfie and the workouts and everything. So that way it'll just give you guys that boost and a reminder of what to tell your customers, okay? And then last but not least, our Super Saturday weekend. I hope that you are all planning to attend a Super Saturday. I hope that you are hosting. If you are not going to a Super Saturday, we will be kicking off here in Gulfport, and I am so excited. We have a couple great guest speakers, and we are just really building this area. So if you are near here, if you want to come in, of course you are fully invited. We would love to have you at our Super Saturday. If you are Pittsburgh natives, you know, I know that they are having the Top Coach celebration on Friday night, as well as some pretty top-notch training on Saturday as well in Pittsburgh. And then I know we're all over the place. So go on the Team Beachbody website, find a local Super Saturday, and make sure you attend. These events are just so important to be able to go, hear from corporate, you know, meet other local coaches, find some new best friends. You know, these are just really great ways to network within the business, all right? Cool. Okay, we are going to go ahead and get right into the meat of our call. Let me take a drink here real quick. All right, guys. So we are going straight into our goals for 2017. Now, I wanted to see a show of hands. How many of you were like, I am rocking it. I have my goals already set. I am loving this. How many love goal setting? All right, Alden, I love you. You're the first hand that I saw up, girl. I love it. Okay, that's good. Now, how many of you feel like total anxiety and you feel lost and you're like, I have no idea where to even start? Oh, yeah, I saw more hands going up like immediately as soon as I said that. We are good. I have been on both ends of the spectrum, okay? So I want you guys to know that no matter where you're at, you're not alone. So this is why I'm really taking the time to break this call down and help you. And again, why I can't require things. I mean, I'm not a boss, but if I could require you to do something, it is to get the book, The 12-Week Year, and read it, you know, by this first quarter. Read it as soon as possible and start to implement it, because it teaches you how to do the process of goal setting, and then it breaks it down more to the why. Okay, because I've always been that person that I could look at somebody else. So for instance, I have been a coach for 3.5 years. When I came into this business, my you know, the people that I looked up to the most in this business were Lindsay Matway and Melanie Mitro. Didn't know them personally at the time, but I could look at their Facebook pages and I just felt like I could relate to them. So any goal that they had set or anything that they had achieved, I didn't even need to look into it to see what it was all about. I was writing that on my goal board and I was going to do it, because I'm like, man, if they're successful, then they're obviously doing something right. So I'm that type of person that's going to just take it to the next level, and I'm just going to do what they say and do what they do, and I'm going to implement it all. So I would go on YouTube, I would email them, I would ask questions, I would just get involved, and I took it upon myself to make things happen. So the first step is always an action plan, okay? First step, action plan while we're dreaming, okay? So I want you to think the big picture. I want you to really dream big. So what is your vision for your life over the next 3 to 5 years? So think, what would you love to accomplish? What does your life look like? How do you want to feel in those moments? What do you want to create? Who do you want to become? Is there someone that you personally admire and you're like, man, I would really love to, you know, that is the type of success that I feel I would like to create over the next 3 to 5 years. You know, it's time to just dream. And this sometimes is the scariest part, right? Because you're like, oh my gosh, I have no idea. Like, I have no idea. stop thinking the I have no ideas and just start writing. And I was listening to a podcast this morning. It's actually called The Seed, and it's great. It's a really great podcast. And it was talking about the best way to really find out your dreams and your purpose and what you really love is to think back when you were like 10 years old. What did you love to do? What was just that passion? What was it in your life that you were just like, man, I would love to be a singer or a songwriter or a professional horseback rider or something. I don't know, but what brought you happiness then? And sometimes taking that step back and looking at it and saying, man, it was really my happiest when, and that can kind of help you to start to form that next level. Now, as you're writing all of these things down, I want you to start to think the next level. Do you want freedom? Do you desire a certain amount of income? Are you someone who just wants to live comfortably? Maybe you're not someone who wants to be, a six-figure earner. Maybe you're not someone who is like, man, if I could become a millionaire in this business, that is success to me. That is not success for everyone. Maybe you're someone who's like, I just want to make a little bit of extra income to maybe go on a vacation or to pay for my kids' braces or something, right? But it's something that you have to figure out how you want to do. Do you want to build or buy a dream house, have a dream car? What is your dream job? Is your dream job to be able to be a stay-at-home mom or to have kids one day if you don't yet? It's just these little things that are your version of success. And then asking yourself next, what kind of business do you desire? Is it something that you feel that pulling at your gut whenever you see a big organization? Whenever you hear coaches who are, been in this business for a while, have thousands and thousands of people under them, does that get you like, oh my gosh, that would be so crazy cool if I could create that? Or are you someone who immediately starts to stress out and freak out about that and you're like, no, that's not my version of success? There's no right or wrong. Are you someone who sees the word elite by a coach's name or premier and you get really excited and you're like, I don't care what it takes, I'm going to do it because to me that's success? Or are you someone who you're like, man, I want to be a part-time coach. I want to hit Success Club 5 and just help 2 or 3 people a month and run a challenge group because that is success to me. Okay, remember, everyone's version of success looks differently. So I want to give you permission that you get to decide, right? So as you're thinking about that, also stop comparing. We can get so caught up in the comparison game. If you're looking at other people's success, make sure you're using it as more of an inspiration and maybe that motivation type to help you decide which direction. But don't look at that and start that envy and start that circle and that hamster wheel to where you just start comparing and you put yourself down. I don't want that for anyone on this team or anyone at all because that is not a good feeling and that's not a good place to be at, all right? Cool. I see a couple of chats here, so I'm just going to take a couple of minutes to read through here. Carol, my daughter, just said I'm 10. And Kat, I want to be a singer, but my vocals don't agree with me. Right here. Same here, girl. I'm a good lip syncer. That's about it. All right. So as you guys are just writing down some fun stuff, and asking yourself, what do you desire? I'm going to just give you a few examples, okay? Because I dug out the last 3 years of my goal boards, right? And on my very first goal board, I wrote down help 50 people, okay? I knew that by setting that goal, and if I could achieve that goal of helping 50 people, that all of my other goals of recruiting, of rank advancing, of recognition, of income would all start to fall into place because I was focusing. Focus is that key word. I was focused on helping people get started in a challenge group, helping them get their results, falling in love with the programs, falling in love with Shakeology, falling in love with the process, as well as just committing to giving the best customer service I could provide. So if that meant getting on a phone call with them, if that meant providing a Zoom call like this to help them go over meal planning, meal prep, I did and I still do whatever I need to do to help my challengers succeed. Okay, my big goal on the same goal board right here, on top of that helping 50 people, was to grow my team to 15 personally sponsored coaches. That was huge. Like my first year, I thought that was going to be like the end all, be all. I would be so happy if I could get 15 people to sign up on my team, and that was my vision. I knew that by, again, helping those challengers, that I could get out of those 50 people, I was certain that I could get 15 people in that year to join my team with me, because I knew how much I was falling in love with it, that I wanted them to be in love with it too. And the only thing that I had to do was talk about the business inside of my challenge groups too, and then help them understand that coaching is just an extension of the challenge groups. We just get to pay it forward. And then I was just helping them understand that they're just helping their friends and family and Facebook and social media kind of the exact same way as I helped them. So it took so much pressure off. You see how it's just these tiny little simple steps, but sometimes we can overthink it, right? My goal boards are not like 30 things on it. It's just a few key things, and I know if I can focus on that, everything else is going to naturally happen. It's going to naturally take place. A few other things that I put on my goal board was reading one personal development book a month. And guys, that was hard for me then because I was not a reader. How many of you have said, I'm not a reader? I put personal development on the back burner with reading books for probably my first 6 months. I did the YouTube videos, I did podcasts, but to sit down and read a book, that was where my downfall was. So I committed to one book a month, and then I committed to paying off some small debts, starting with the smallest debt of like $50 that I had on a Kohl's card, and just starting to gradually work my way up to paying off all of our crazy amounts of debt that my husband and I were in. Okay, it's the simplest steps, and I just committed to making those things happen. A few other things that I added on my goal board was to hire a cleaning lady whenever I made a certain amount of money in a month. Attend my first coach summit. Pay for Christmas in cash. I remember that was huge. And grow in my faith, my relationships, my family, and my friends. It wasn't a lot, but to me, accomplishing those things was going to be huge. And you know what? I did it. And I did those things, and I've exceeded it beyond measures because I've been intentional. My point is, the focus of your business is always going to be customer-based. It's always going to be customers first and providing them with the support that they need. Helping people achieve healthy and fulfilling lives is Carl's message. You guys, our CEO preaches it all the time, and sometimes we just get overthinking it, and we make it so overcomplicated when it shouldn't be like that, okay? We want people to get results. We want them to continue to want to be in our challenge groups. We want them to stay on Shakeology. We want to ask them to refer friends, fall in love, and want to start coaching. And guess what? Some will, some won't. Who cares? Keep going. Okay? Your job as a coach and as you're setting these goals is to help them see the vision, because this is a vision board. And some of them are going to want to jump on your train, and some of them are not, and that is okay. You just have to continue to duplicate your own systems as you go, all right? And especially this month. January customers are so important. We are starting a new year. We're starting fresh. As I keep saying, customer base and income for future coaches, your team, your income as your team grows will come when you have successful challenge groups, okay? Pair up with other coaches if you aren't comfortable running them on your own. Make fun little challenges within your challenge groups. The growth progression, whether it's fast or slow, is dependent upon you. So your business, no matter how fast or slow, depending on the vision that you're creating, it's all dependent upon you. So think first. Let's go back. What do you want to achieve? Okay? Do you this year want to start a blog? Do you want to quit a full-time job? Do you want to be a stay-at-home parent? Do you want to have your own transformation? Maybe you just started and you're like, I haven't even got my transformation yet. Do you want to be a speaker on stage? Do you want to be, does that excite you, a motivational speaker? Do you want to attend the Success Club trip? Do you want to create your own systems? Do you want to become an elite or a premier coach this year? What do you want? So based on what you're thinking and what you have written down and the goals that you're trying to set, you have to take them seriously, okay? This takes work. The business takes work, whether you're working it for an hour a day to hit Success Club and just run your challenge groups, or whether you are pushing for bigger goals to create this business to make a full-time income with it. No matter what, you don't deserve to make an income if you're not making an impact. And I'm going to use that saying over and over and over again because that is truth. You have to care about people. You have to be here for the right reasons. And with intention comes, you know, the integrity, and you're going to have success because you're here for the right reasons, okay? So depending upon what your vision is, what is going to make you continue on the path to achieve these goals once you set them when the going gets tough, right? Because it will. You're going to hit rough patches. You're going to hit bumps in the road. You're going to hit flooded waters, and you are not going to have any idea what to do, and everything in life is figure outable. But what is going to make you say, I'm going to keep going, I'm going to overcome this no matter what, has to be that strong reason why that we talk about, because it has to be serious enough where you can say, this is my business, this is my baby, this is something that I am never going to give up on. What is it? And for me, it's always been my family. It's always been proving the haters wrong. It's always been saying, I'm not quitting this time. That was my number one commitment, is I've quit everything else in my life. I'm not going to quit this time. All right? So why are you setting these goals? Why will you keep going? Why are you ready to change? Why are you going to create your vision to the point that you're just not going to stop, right? And your vision has to be, it really does need to be something that scares you, because in order to reach it, you have to be out of your comfort zone. And I'm out of my comfort zone every day. And I always tell my team, I tell you guys, if you don't have butterflies in your stomach at some point every day, you're not doing something right. You should, whether it's that message that you're trying to send some, old high school friend, or someone that has been, hating on your stuff or whatever, get out of your comfort zone. Invite those people. Talk to those people. Just start to say, you know what, I'm here to make a difference. And whether you say no, it just means not right now. Whether you continue to follow me, whatever, it doesn't matter. I want you guys to make this fun and just celebrate. Every time you get out of your comfort zone, celebrate. Okay, something that I started doing a long time ago, because I knew that it was something that was so scary for me, was to talk to people when I was out at like Sam's Club or Walmart. And I haven't told this story in a while, but I think I was a coach for maybe 3 or 4 months, and I'm like, man, what can I do today to really give myself those butterflies? And I was at Sam's Club, and I'm like, okay, I have to talk to 2 ladies in Sam's Club before I leave. And you guys, like, I was stressed out, and I was walking around feeling like a stalker, because I'm looking for like moms or people, ladies in workout clothes or something that I could be relate to. And the one lady, she was pushing around a shopping cart, and I will never forget, she had 3 little girls with her, and I had my 2 little girls. I'm like, okay, here's my in. So I just walked up to her and I asked her where she got her little girl's shoes from. They were really cute. I think she's at Old Navy. And I just immediately said, hey, are you on Facebook? I'd love to maybe connect and meet up at a park. Our girls look like they're about the same age. Guys, she was on Facebook. I added her on my phone right there, sent her a message after I left. I was sweating. My palms were sweaty. I think I was all red. But when I left there, I was like empowered. I'm like, oh my gosh, I just made a new friend. Like, now I have somebody that I can meet up at a park with, and someone who might one day, maybe, want to join a challenge group or want to join my team. Okay? It's just that simple. But these are just simple steps that we take. And it's not something that's going to happen overnight. It's just things that help make you a better person. I am a better person now than I was 3 years ago. And to me, nothing can make me feel any better, because I know that I'm just trying to be a better person and make an impact on more people's lives. Ultimately, that is my goal, okay? So, I'm going to use this. If you want to be an elite coach, First, find out what it is and find out what it means, because it takes a lot of work. And I want to save you, yourself, a lot of stress and heartache if it's something that you're like, yes, I'm going to be elite. And maybe you're going to your upline coach and you're saying, I'm shooting for elite. And, it's that verbal commitment, but you yourself have no idea really what it is or the type of commitment that it takes. Because if you want to be an elite coach, hate to break it to you, you're not going to get there in 1 hour a day. You're going to have to actually work for it. So there's definitely strategies, and there's definitely, again, breaking it down into these 12-week increments, and it is 100% doable. However, it just takes work, okay? So I want you guys to understand, no matter what your goal is, find out what it means, because you have to work at it every day, and you have to start now. There's no extras in your time. All of your time spent on big goals, like for the year, like an elite coach in 1 year, it takes sacrifices and it takes hard work, right? Is it worth it? To me, oh my God, absolutely. It's why I did it. And I will tell you, I was that girl that set I'm going to be an elite coach. I actually wrote that on my very first goal board. I had no idea what it was, but I saw all these other coaches and, the cool people is what I always like to say. I'm like, well, those people are cool. I want to do what they're doing. So that was why I set the goal of elite. But as I started to look into it, I'm like, I can do this. It was just a challenge for me, and I knew that I was in the right place at the right time, and I was going to make it happen, and I did, okay? So that is my goal for you, is to find out, ask your coach, ask questions of what these things mean, okay? And write it down. The big vision, next step, as you're writing all these things down, has to be broken down. And this is where the 12-week year comes into play, okay? The only focus that I have right now, after writing out my end of year big picture, is how to break it down quarterly and then break it down to monthly, weekly, and daily. Okay, so this is now where the focus comes into play. So what are your current goals? Okay, this is going to go back to, once you decide what your goals are, we're breaking it down to be very specific. Give me, so write in the chat bar, give me something in the comments that your goal is. I'll pick out a few here in just a minute. What's your goal? What do you think that you would really like to achieve? What are you writing on your paper? An example. I'm going to give you one example while you guys think and while you start to type in. Say you're someone who you're like, okay, Val, I want to be a diamond coach by March. Okay, so what do we need to do? What do we need to know? How do we make it happen? And when you put it on that paper, how do you make it non-negotiable to the point that you're going to do this and treat this just like a job? That's my tip for you guys. This is a job. Treat it like that. Treat it as if you are showing up and you have to show up for a boss. So if you're telling your boss, hey, I'm going to reach this goal, or your boss tells you, okay, hey, Candace, you are gold with achieving diamond coach by March or you're going to be fired. You see the difference. Whenever you hear that, it's almost like, oh, crap, I got to do this or I'm going to be fired. That's how I've treated my own business. No one's going to fire me, but I'm going to fire myself if I don't do it. I'm going to be really mad. But I've told myself every step of the way, if I don't achieve Success Club every month, my kids don't get to eat. If I don't hit my goal of X, Y, or Z, my family doesn't make any money. Like, I've told myself this stuff, and it's so ingrained in me that there is no way in heck I would ever miss Success Club. There's no way in heck I would miss some goals that I have control of, because I treat it as if I would be fired. That makes sense, okay? So the example is, how do we make it happen? So diamond means that you have 4 coaches on your left leg and 4 coaches on your right leg, and they're active coaches. Let me clarify, because I know that there is sometimes very much miscommunication in what active coaches mean. 4 and 4 on each leg. Active just means that they have 50 PV coming out. So they say active in your back office. So maybe they're on Recover Shake. Maybe they are on a 3-day refresh. Maybe they're on their Shakeology Home Direct. It does not mean that they have to be working the business, okay? 80% of my downline is made up of discount coaches. 80%. So that means that I have about 15 to 20% of you who are actually working coaches, okay? I need my discounts. I love my discounts. I'm giving them the discount. They're helping me run my challenge groups. They are loving the products. They're my lifers, but I'm not going to expect them to work the business. but they are active in my downline, so they help my rank. So please understand that as long as they are on that 50 PV, that is helping your diamond rank. So then 4 active on your left leg, 4 active on your right, and then 1 coach on each of those legs has to be an emerald coach. That is how we achieve diamond, okay? So if I want to get to diamond, I have to find coaches, right? So how do I do that? Breaking it down. I have to get as many customers into my challenge groups as I can. So that means in the next 3 months, I'm not just going to run 1 challenge group a month. I'm going to run 2. I'm not just going to shoot for Success Club 5. I'm going to make Success Club 10 to 15 my non-negotiable. The more customers I bring in and get results, the faster my business will grow because I can convert them to coaches, whether they decide that they want to work the business or whether they decide that they want the discount. That is up to them. They will have success and they will want to be involved in the coaching process in some way. And I'm going to be talking about the coaching aspect, what coaches do. Often in my challenge group, I'm going to invite them personally. I'm going to get on the phone with them. I'm going to get out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to talk to them about the business, okay? Because that's the scariest part at first, because we don't feel like we know anything, right? We don't feel like anyone will want to join our team when we start. I didn't. I was like, what do I have to offer? Why would they pick me? Why wouldn't they go to Melanie Mitchell? Like, why? Until I changed my mindset, and I was like, no. I have to act like a top coach to become a top coach. I don't know diddly squat, but I'm going to act like I do. And if I have a question, I'm going to FAQ that, and I'm going to figure it out, or I'm going to message another coach, and I'm going to say, hey, I have no idea. Can you help me with this answer? And then I'm going to relay it to my customer or my new coach. That's it. That's it. We're here to help. That's why I always say teamwork makes the dream work, guys, because we're a team, and we work together, and we help each other, okay? So that's how you're going to become a diamond coach. You also need to expand your market, because if you don't, you will run out. If you're not friend requesting new people on Facebook or Instagram, you'll run out. So commit to making, 5 new contacts a day. And then ask yourself, how many people am I going to invite per week? In order to get to diamond, I need to talk to at least 20 people a week. We're just throwing out numbers. I need to start more conversations. I need to get out of my comfort zone. I need to invite more people to my challenge groups. I need to present the business opportunity to at least 10 people a week. Okay, these are numbers, because no matter what, this is truly a numbers game, this business. And it's because the more people you talk to, the more people are going to be interested. If you're only talking to 3 people, that's not going to get you anywhere, I promise you. Those 3 people might end up coming around in the long run, but they're not going to commit right away, okay? So let's say you want to help 30 people over the next 3 months with their health and fitness goals. So we're going to divide 30 by 3, right? So that means 10 people a month to get to your goals, all right? So what else do we have to do in order to get there? Social media. It's mandatory. I'm bossing you around again right now. If you are not posting consistently 3 to 5 times a day on social media, you will not grow your business. The only way for people to know that you are serious, whether you're getting 0 likes on a post or you're getting 100, it does not matter. You are showing presence and people are following you. This is the only way to develop attraction marketing. You have to do it. If you need examples, we have 1 million in our team page. Your upline coach is more than willing to help you. And it's, again, one of those things where if you want this bad enough, you're going to figure it out. And I had 140 Facebook friends whenever I started. Never posted on Facebook. I was actually afraid of it. And I was the one who would sit on the side of the screen and make fun of all of the people who used to post on Facebook. And I'd be like, why is that chick posted on Facebook all the time? That's so stupid. And then all of a sudden, I joined as a coach and I was expected to post on Facebook. And I was like, what? Oh my gosh. No way. That is so stupid. But guess what? I had to learn to get over that mindset and change it, because that was the only way to grow. So I dove in and I did it, and my posts sucked at first, but who cares? I was starting to show some presence. And that's how I have created this business, okay? You have to use it. It also has to come from private invites, follow-ups, talking about the business, and sharing your vision publicly. You know what I used to say all the time? Basically, poo-poo on the haters. I know I used to be a quitter, but now I'm not. And watch me, because in 3 years, I'm going to be doing all this cool stuff. I'm going to be a top coach. I'm going to be debt-free. I'm going to retire my husband from the Navy. Watch me. Watch me. And I did it. I did it because, you know what? The haters fuel my fire, and I had a heck of a lot more people watching me, waiting for me to fail than I did supporting me. People are not going to support you whenever you start this. No one. Like, even my husband was like, all right, here we go again. She just quit the 31 bag business, and now she's on to Beachbody. That was my husband, okay? Whatever, babe, I'll support you. You know, that was my life. My mom was like, what are you doing now? Like, you know, I was that girl. I was that girl. And I did. I was just like, you know what? Cool. I can get paid to help people with fitness because I like to work out, but I was never consistent. And if I used my Beachbody business to just make myself stay accountable to my own goals, and 3.5 years ago, I was like, maybe I could be one of those Pinterest girls with some abs. Like, if I lose 15 pounds, that was what I would say. So that's why I just kept going, and I just said, okay, I'm not going to give up. This is what you can achieve by setting your goals, focusing, having intention, and just never giving up. Okay, guys, so back to this, you know, the diamond rank advancing, if that's your goal, if that's what you're pushing towards, you have to have an action plan. And it is. It's coming all from your presence. Your presence. You have to create that presence on your social media. Okay, do you see how we sub this down? And do you see also, guess where all of these things, right? All of these things that are going to get you your customers, the coaches, what is the focus? Success Club. Success Club. That is how you're going to get there. So if you are basing it, I always just look at my Success Club numbers and I try to beat the previous month. So if I got Success Club 10 last month, like I'm going to go for Success Club 12 this month. I'm constantly trying to just do a little bit better because I know the more people I bring in, the faster my business will grow. Okay? Now, let me pause here just a second and read through some of your stuff that you guys are working towards. Hold on. Gina wants to quit being a traveling therapist as of December 22nd, 2017, and as a result be a 5-star diamond coach by that date. Gina, I think that is an amazing goal, and I know and believe fully that you can achieve that. So we can work on that, basing it off of the 12-week year. And just like what we just did with the diamond breakdown, we'll do the same thing with that goal for sure. Kalani, my goal is to stick with it and help 3 people a month. Amazing. That's awesome. Focusing on that Success Club, girl, and it's just going to continue to grow. Active working coaches for Kelsey. Girlfriend, you're doing it. I know it. Goal to reach Success Club 10 every month. That is awesome. And rank advanced to Emerald by June. Brianna. Girl, I want you to rank advanced to Emerald by the end of this month, okay? Because Emerald is 2 people. So you know what? You go sign up your mom, sign up a spouse, sign up your best friend. You hit Success Club. I mean, okay, let's see. You just said your goal is to reach Success Club 10 every month. That means you're going to get 5 people into a challenge group, right? Out of those 5 people, at least 2 of them are going to fall in love with the program. You're going to give them awesome customer service. You're going to show them how to get results. It's going to be a no-brainer. They're going to be like, yeah, I want to join your team because this is awesome, okay? Emerald, and I'm going to use Candace, I know she's on here somewhere, as the example. Candace Olin was my first coach, my best friend. She was scared to death to go Emerald. We both thought that it was hard. Like, it took us forever. I finally was like, I'm just signing up my husband and my mom and getting it done and over with. And she's like, I know we both thought that they had to be people who were coming in and wanting to, like, race with the business. And at that point, we were scared to, like, really put it out there. And then I remember when she went Emerald, and she was like, why did I think that was so hard, you know? And we did. We sat at our kitchen tables as brand new coaches together, and we just did this together. So get a buddy, get a best friend. I kind of conned her into it. I mean, in the beginning, I'm like, you have to do TurboFire. Hey, you want to sign up as a coach? Let's do this together. And she is my one who has stuck it out, and we've grown this business together. It's been awesome. So yeah, go for it. Kat, continue to be a stay-at-home mom, achieve SC10 every month, help my team become an elite team 2017. Girl, you got this. We got this, girl. Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna just keep on going down to pay off student debt, student loans. Do you guys see how the Success Club, it is always the base? So what do I always say? Success Club is the yellow brick road to all of your dreams. It is the yellow brick road to all of your dreams. If you hit Success Club 5, you're going to grow a business. It's going to be slower. If you hit Success Club 10, 15, 20, you're going to grow a business, and it's going to grow faster. So it's really just what you want to do. Lisa, oh, I love you, girl. You're awesome. I am now I'm the Pinterest girl. I mean, I just try. I just don't give up, and that's what it comes down to. Candace, silly to think back to that now, but here we still are going 3.5 years later. Here we are still going. And this time of year, every year, I get emotional because this is the first time in my life that I just did not give up. And I treated this as the $1 million earning business that it can be. And you know what, you guys? I'll get back on and finish this up here in just a minute because we are almost done. But let me tell you, I got an email earlier today letting us know that our team, Legacy United, we had produced $1.8 million in sales for 2016. Like $1.8 million. That is incredible. That means you guys are changing lives. That means that every one of those challenge packs for $140, that is going towards that. That to me, I don't care about a dollar sign. I don't care about the actual dollars. I care about that, meaning that we are impacting thousands of people. And that is why I will never, ever, ever give up. My first year, I think that we did like 20,000. And to me, I was like, oh my God, $20,000. It is so amazing. And then last year, I think we were around like 900,000 and I was blown away. And then getting that email today, I was just like, how can it get any better? I know it's going to get better. I know we're going to continue to be advocates. We're all going to set these goals. We're all going to find our own niche. We're all going to do our own thing. We're going to have more diamond coaches. We're going to have more premier, elite, six-figure earners, financial freedom award-winning coaches on this team because you guys are passionate and you are here for a reason. And I am so beyond proud. I just can't even tell you. So that was just like perfect timing for that email today. And I was just like, holy guacamole. I can't even. Like, this is just incredible. So thank you guys for all that you are doing. It's just amazing. So back here to you guys, you know, your goals. I'm just trying to help you see that Success Club is always, always, always going to be your non-negotiable. And sometimes it's hard. Let's be real. Sometimes you are going to work and you're going to do the work and you're going to get down to the 30th of the month and you're going to be sitting at Success Club 0 or 2 and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like, how am I here? I've been working. You know what? The clock doesn't end until midnight of the last day of the month, and there have been many times that I have sat at my computer, and that's when I call in the big dogs, and I'm like, hey, Aunt Sally, I really need you to get that challenge pack. I'm putting you in my challenge group this month. Like, I have to. My mom, you did not buy me that pony when I was 10, so you have to help me today. Like, that is what I said. All right, so, I mean, sometimes there is. You just make it non-negotiable and you do it. You do what you have to do. It's business, right? All right, so wrapping it up here, a good plan now, as we're going through all of this and you're setting your daily to-dos, right? You know what your goals are by March. Your goal, you're not looking. You're going to have your big, scary, hairy goals, but we have to break them down into these quarters. So the only thing you're looking at is what you're going to accomplish from now until March, okay? A good plan fosters solid execution. So you have to create a plan in order to get to your vision. And it comes down to figuring out and following directions. Okay, and I'm going to steal this from Melanie Mitro, who talked about, you know, if you don't have good directions, you're not going to get to where you're going. So if you go get in your car and you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to drive on to, you know, grandma's house, but you live 600 miles away, you can't get in the car and just drive if you have no idea where you're going. You have to have directions. You have to have that navigation system. Find solid directions. And you get that from our trainings. You get that from figuring this out and asking your upline coach. Because we have the solid directions, we can get you to where you're going, but once we execute or put this plan into motion, it's up to you to execute it. And there's going to be wrong turns. Like I said before, there's going to be times that you lose your footing. There's going to be disappointments, but that comes with the territory. So many disappointments have come my way, but you know what? I've learned from every single one of them, and I just continue to go. All right? So then we have to talk out the goals, and when that light bulb goes off, right, we want to do a lot of the awesome things. But you'll figure out pretty quickly if you're going in the wrong direction. I promise you that. So it's your invites. It's I need to make that Success Club happen. I need to achieve this goal. That is what you are after. Okay. So sorry. I want to give you one more example, and this is more for as you are, maybe you're branching into the next level leadership, where you are a diamond, or you're like looking past that diamond rank, right? So maybe you're someone who's saying, well, I have 2 coaches on my team who are telling me that they want to be a diamond coach. What do I do? Well, really, it's very hard for you to make them a diamond coach. It is very much your job to give them instructions in the direction. So it goes back to that directions. It's up to you to meet them where they're at. And I'll use Kelsey. I see her on here. Kelsey was my amazing coach who went diamond a couple of weeks ago, and she came to me probably 2 months ago, and she's like, I need a plan. I want to execute it. This is my goal, and let's do it. So you know what? We were on the phone once a week, sometimes twice a week. She always had her game plan for me. There was never a time that we got onto a phone and just did little chit chat. There was never a time that we got on the phone and she was just like, oh my God, this is never going to happen. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I mean, I invited like 3 people yesterday, I think. It was never that. It was always, Val, okay, here's who I invited. Here's my business activity tracker. This is what I need. What should I post about for the next day or 2? What is my strategy? How do I go about this? What should I do? I gave her the instructions. She did it. Guess what happened? She became a diamond coach because she made it happen, okay? This is what we talk about. We execute the plan, and guess what? Things work out. We don't complain. We don't talk down on ourselves. I never want to hear anyone say, well, I really want this, but I don't really know if I can do it, or so-and-so does it better than me. You're not going to get ahead if that's the kind of self-talk that you're doing yourself, okay? You have to remember that your decisions will impact the way that your business grows, the way that you grow, the way that you get a transformation, and et cetera, okay? So, if you want to grow fast, Success Club 10 is truly a non-negotiable. And for me, knowing that I wanted to become an elite coach, that I wanted to be a diamond coach within the first 5 months of my business, Success Club 5 was never even a question. I always said Success Club 10 was my minimum, okay? Stop hoping and stop wishing and start saying, I am a diamond coach. I am an all-star, Success Club all-star, which means that you get Success Club 12 consecutive months in a row. Like, start saying these things to yourself. You've already accomplished them, okay? What is your highest priority? Start to ask yourself those things, and I'll give you the list in case if you're like, well, I'm not really sure what my highest priority. So here we go. Posting on social media 3 to 5 times a day. Don't care. Don't want to hear excuses. You can do it. We all have smartphones. We all have computers. If you need to schedule a post, there are scheduling. There is Sendable, which can schedule posts. There is a like page. You can start a like business page and schedule your posts through that. There is never a reason why you cannot post on social media at least 3 quality posts a day. We have teachers in here who have to be at school from 7 till 3 or 4 in the afternoon and cannot be on social media. They make their businesses work 100%, okay? There's no excuses. Doing your own workout and talking about them. Duh, it's a no-brainer. It makes for a great social media post. Drinking your Shakeology and talking about it. Duh, makes for great social media posts. Personal development. And you're all going to read the 12-week year if you haven't, right? Adding people to Facebook. You have to continue to expand your market or your network. Starting at least 3 to 5 new conversations a day. Again, this is going to be based on your goal. If your goal is to hit Success Club 5 or 10, 3 to 5 new conversations a day. If you are like, I'm going to be an elite coach this year, 15 to 20 new people a day. Telling you, it's just sitting down at the computer, working from a list of people so you know who you're going to talk to each day and taking it one step at a time. Follow-ups. You have to do follow-ups and not following up 2 or 3 times. Most sales happen between the 8th and the 16th follow-up. 8 to 16 times. I am that girl. I never stop with the follow-ups. That is when my, my coaches sign up. That is when my challengers sign up, is when I follow up. A lot of times, I actually just had a challenger sign up that I've been talking to for 2.5 years. Almost monthly, 2.5 years, and she just signed up to this last challenge group, guys. Okay, I don't get mad at people. I don't start to roll my eyes. Okay, sometimes I roll my eyes. Let's be real. After like the second year of them messaging me about the same group, I'm like, girl, just do it. I promise. You have 30-day money back guarantee. Throw that out there. And I promise, in the 3.5 years, I've had 2 people send back their challenge packs. I think that's a pretty good success rate. Okay, talk to people. Just be real with them. And then inviting your 3 to 5 people a day, right? That's what we do. Inviting them to a challenge group. And then I am challenging every single one of you to start now talking to 1 person a day about the business. And you want to know what I say? Hey girl, how are you? Have you ever thought of doing what I do? It's such an amazing opportunity. I think you would be great at it because X, Y, and Z. Shoot me a message back. Let me know either way. I can't wait to talk to you. It is short, sweet, and to the point. I don't write a book. People won't respond to that. Make them feel special. Everyone is special in some way. Make them feel good. And then last but not least, ask for referrals, okay? Your vision is the starting point of all high performance. You have to know where you are going because your vision creates your ownership. So until you take that ownership, until you create your own confidence, nothing will move forward. So ask coaches and challengers for their permission for you to give them some constructive criticism, if they aren't hitting their goals. So, go up and say, hey, is it okay if we go through your Facebook page and look at some of your posts or lack thereof? Is it okay to go through your meal plan? Let's see what you've been eating in your journal that you've been keeping because you're not losing the weight that you should be losing or you're not getting the results that you want. Ask for permission because sometimes people need a good kick in the pants. I know I do. And that's usually where trust is built right there is whenever someone is holding them and yourself accountable. All right? And get that connection. And, really, last but not least, I'm going to end it here with what are the struggles. So what are the worst things that could happen with goal setting and with pushing forward? So you have your goal set, right? And you're working towards that Success Club. You're working towards helping that 50 people. You're going to hear the word no. You're going to hear it a lot. That's like the worst thing ever, right? No means not right now. If you have very much trouble with hearing the word no, if you hate rejection, read the book Go for No because it's amazing and it helped me realize that I was just going to make it a game and I was going to make it fun. And I actually wanted to hear the word no because if I was inviting a lot of people, then that just meant that a lot of people were going to say yes eventually. So it didn't really matter. Okay, you're not going to break when someone tells you no. What else are the struggles? Finding enough people to invite. If you're adding 5 people a day to your network, or at least clicking add friend, you're going to have enough people to invite. I promise you that. Time management. That's not all of our biggest struggle. You have to decide what's most important to you. You have to decide, I need to sacrifice something. When I say yes to something, I'm saying no to something else. Is it aligning with my priorities of my business? If you want to make this work, you can't be out doing other things. You can't be going out every Friday or Saturday night with your girlfriends. You do what I do. You turn your best friend into a coach and you sit at the kitchen table while your kids watch movies. Like, that's what we did. Because I'm like, sorry, I'm not going out, but if you want to hang out with me, you can join my coaching team and we'll, hang out, have a glass of wine while we work. And that's what we did. Because my family is my priority, and I knew that in order to create the life that I wanted, I was tired of wishing for the life that other people had. I was going to create my own, and that's how I had to do it, was learning how to overcome the obstacles. So no always means no, not right now. I always said I'm going to prove them wrong. I always said, and I continue to say, I'll be here for the long haul. This is a business. I'm treating it as a business. I know that there's going to be ups and downs. I will sacrifice sleep. I will sacrifice watching TV. I will, sacrifice the little things in order to accomplish the big things, because I'm telling you, an extra hour or two of sleep that I've sacrificed over the last 3 years, I've made up for it in naps on the weekends or something like that, and I never take away from my family time, okay? It's been worth it. So I want you guys to really outline your goals. I want you to read this book. I want you to know that your focus has to be from now through March. We're not going up beyond March, but the way that Brian Moran, the author of this book, talks about it is that, you're breaking this down. So one day actually is equivalent to 1 week. So think about this. If that one day you're like, I don't feel like doing my power hour today. I don't really feel like working. I'll just do more tomorrow. No, you don't get to do more tomorrow. If you don't do it today, then you miss an entire week of earning your goals. You miss a whole week of that work. Okay, so tell yourself that and make it happen. Send your business activity tracker to your upline coach. Get into a training group. You guys, everything is offered. I run 3 to 4 phases of groups every single month. Everyone on our team is allowed to be in it. Talk with your upline to see what the best place is for you, what your coach is offering. We have amazing Star Diamond, Premier, Elite coaches on our team. We have great teams. We have great systems. You're here. You're supported. It's just up to you to reach out. We will always meet you halfway. All right? Goals are meant to make you grow, and you can achieve anything that you put your mind to. I promise you that, because I am the girl who will always say, if I can do it, you can do it. Because I promise you, I've done it. I'm going to continue to do it. And I'm way out of my comfort zone, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing. All right? Anybody have any questions? Let's see. Can anyone recommend a good website or place to find fitness, motivation, memes, quotes? Pinterest, yep. That's where I get all mine. Cool. Was this helpful? You guys feel a little bit less stressed about planning your goals? Thumbs up. You're allowed to do a thumbs down if you're like, no, I'm still lost. All right, you rock. My get a planner. Like I invested in this Brilliant Life planner. I know myself, and I'm probably going to last like 2 months with it. Let's be real. And then I'll probably go to Target and get a different one. But I also like the Day Designers from Target. I just like planners, and I love highlighters, anything with color. I color code my life, so my blue is my business. Get it? B for blue, B for business. I make myself laugh. Pink is around here somewhere, but that's my family time. Family. Yellow is like urgent stuff that I have to get done like in the day. And then green is whenever my husband and I have to schedule our financial meetings. Get it? Green for money. Guys, I'm just cracking myself up over here. This is what I do. So anyways, I like to be color-coded. My life is color-coded, and it works. So I hope that you guys have an awesome night. I am always available. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a message. I love this kind of stuff, and I love to see you guys grow. So Ashley, they actually say you should change your stuff every 30 days so you won't get bored with it and keep doing it. Yep, I mean, that's me. I get bored a lot. So I go to Target and get new notebooks, and it makes me feel good. And it re-motivates me, all right? Cool. All right, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to be on tonight. I appreciate it so much that you take the time out to be on these calls. We'll see you next Monday. We actually have Anita Myron, who will be speaking on our guest speaking on our call. I am super pumped. Please be on it. Pass it on to your teams. I want to show her a lot of love and support. She is a 3-time top 10 elite coach, crazy stats. I can't wait to hear from her, and you guys are going to get a lot of takeaways from her, okay? Great. Yeah, Anita's going to be on Monday. So, cool, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Talk to you soon. Bye.